Hello, my name is Zinaida Lamott. I would like to show my final assessment project to build a pipeline on Azure Data Factory. So it succeeded, and I'm very happy that eventually I done that right. And I will explain what I have done step by step. First of all, I downloaded from the website 4 CSV files, which is here. First time when I did the project, there was actually even 5 tables, but that was very difficult and not successful. So I decided to do all over again, and I choose only 4 files instead of 5. The 5th one, this file had some difficult numbers, difficult data, too much to work with. So I decided to choose something more simple. And first time when I created databases on the Azure SQL database, it was sort of very raw. I didn't think about the model and the relationship. So that was a very good lesson for me that number one, I have to really have a look what data in the tables and decide what model and relationship should I build, establish. So when I looked all these 4 files, I discovered that all of them, they have mutual column. So I will show what I mean. Each file contains 4 columns, and 3 columns there is mutual: entity, code, and year. So from this point, I decided to create the model where will be one separate table with entity and code, that is like country and regions. The other table, it will be year only, and that will be dimensional tables with primary keys, and 4 fact tables with foreign keys and the data related to the specific topic. So I used BI desktop to create the model. That is roughly just to show how the model looks like. So that is on the middle. Here it's fact tables, and on the bottom it's year dimensional. On the top country, that is the dimensional also the table. In this case, it will be less space to store information, data, and it will be more clean and more flexible. What else? So it will be just better to operate, to work with the data later. All right, so that is the model, and I went to the Azure account first moment and created a resource group. So I will show just how I choose that resource group. So here, resource group, and create. Of course, now I just show how I did that, but I'm not going to create right now because I already have. So that is my resource group. I give the name. And from this resource group, I created, first of all, storage account. Yeah, there is the storage account. So when I open and create, so I have to fill here the fields. Probably check just in case networking, and review, create, and after that create. So now again, going back, no, here. So there is the storage account, no storage account. That is a overview, and from this page, I had to create in this storage space container. So I already have created my containers, but how I did it plus it's container. Again, filling this information and create, not need. So I'm going inside. And in this container, that is just space for data, I uploaded 4 CSV files. So that is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so they're already uploaded to the storage. There exist. So the next, I'm going back to my resource group, and I had to create SQL Server. So create, and again, okay, so I'm going inside create. Yeah, so because I have student account, I can't create more, what I understood. But that is what I did in the first. And here again, when I created database, I was going from the top plus create database. I just go to existing created one. Okay, to see this database and write some code on it, create the tables, I have to go to the query editor. Okay, so here it's my tables. The query itself I saved on this with the screenshot. So this database tables in a database I created according to the model what I choose. So the name is DimLocation, contain 3 columns: location key, which is primary key, a country region, and a code. So the code itself first was free symbol, yeah, space. So later on, when I was running the bug, it gives me the mistake that some codes, they are bigger, need bigger space. So I changed that to 8, number 8, increase the space. And of course, after that, I went to data set and use this schema, refresh the schema, import the schema. Yeah. Okay, so on the next dimension table, it's dimension year. It's only 1 column, year key, primary key, and 4 fact tables with 4 columns in each table. 1 column is primary key, 2 columns is foreign keys, 1 key is for location, and the other foreign key is for the year. Yeah, so they are altogether 6 tables. 6 tables. All right, so now I'm going out from the query. Okay. So next. So I have a storage account, I have server, database, and next step I had to create data factory. So again, create Azure data factory, there is. So, and I had to fill all information here. So I'm going back. So data factory, and to do something with the data and pipeline and so on, I had to go to launch studio, factory studio, and I went open another window. So it looks like that when it's open. Yeah, that is all what I created. First I have to establish the services, link them together. So I'm going to the manage and linked services plus new service, for example, and here I choose Blob Storage, continue. Here I fill all this information. At the moment I do not do that. So the Blob Storage, now it looks like that with me. And when I test connection, it's working all right. So I can test it now. Test connection. Yeah. So that link already exists, and after that I created another one, which is with database. I have to create the link for database, Azure database. Continue. And here again I have to fill information. I'm not doing that now. So I open. That is how it looks like. Yeah, and I also can test connection. Yeah, successful. Cancel. So I created the links, like the linked them together on data factory. So next one, I'm going to the author. And I started, I know in the lessons there was like to create data sets, and after that pipelines and data flow. So first I created data sets, new data set, for example, and again from the storage, blob storage, continue. The type of the file delimited text, continue, and here I select the name of the storage. Here I browse, and here it's 4 files. Every time I choose one, so to do this data set. Okay, cancel. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the tables, which is in container. And after that, so again, new data set. I created data set for database. Yeah, Azure database. Continue. Select table name. Yeah, and here, because the SQL service is connected, I can see all these files. I can choose each time one of the files. There is 6 files, 6 tables, and set as a data set. Okay, now I'm cancel this card. So, and here it's all together 10 tables as data sets. So next, I did data flows. Data flows, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So as on the model, so data flow from these files in container, I had to organize flow to these tables in the database. So first I started with dimensional table year, because it was most easy to do. Yeah, somehow. I mean, easy if compared with the country. Yeah, so I have to probably do the debug that show the information, or probably I just later use the screenshots. Anyway, so here it's a bit like looks long from the beginning to the end. So idea is that I'm using as a source one of the tables. Doesn't matter which one first. Here it's I use with men, name is numeracy men. So so here it's 4 columns. Data preview, it's need run debug to see data preview. So I'm getting this all data, raw data, just to the data factory, and I mean I just setting. So, and after that I'm creating select. So there is the next one, it's a select, and from this data I'm selecting only one column with name year, and here it's keep duplicates. Yeah, so that is also cleaning. Nice. Data preview. So that is what I was talking about. I just choosing this only column. Yeah, this one here from whole table. Next one, I am doing the same things, these 2 steps, creating the source for 3 other tables in the container, and also selecting from each table just one column with year. So in result, I got 4 columns from 4 tables. Next step, I'm doing union of these 4 columns. So there is the function to get them all together. All right. So next one. The idea, collect whole information, whole data from each file with this column. After that, I'm doing the changes. So here I had some issue. No, not here. It's another one. So I'm changing the year to the integer, because raw information, raw data, it's just string, like it was. Yeah, it's always like string, and in a database we have integer, and because it should become primary key, that is very important, it's integer. So I'm changing here to integer. After that, so it's aggregation. I'm using group by year int. And here, because Azure like not allowed to have empty expression here, so I just used the first year int just to get rid of from this mistake. I constantly got this mistake like, oh, we can't go further and so on. So that is just returning back the values. Yeah. After running debug in pipeline, there was mistake that can't insert the rows values because they already exist. So like getting double. And I had to fix this issue to put a new source, or how to say, a new block, alter row, upsert data. So in alter row, I use boolean upset if true, upsert if true. So if this value already exists, in this case, it will insert or update. And after that, in sync, I just used the tick upsert and used the key column, which is year or country. It's the same with another file, dimensional file with location. And year key, so mapping year int from one table, and output it's year key from this database table. Okay, so they are matching the format. Data preview, it's not available at the moment. Okay, so that is one data flow. Next one, it's nearly similar but a bit more difficult because for this table, if you look on the information, because that is not right, probably table, the code contain empty, yeah, it's just an example, yeah, empty rows. So if there is the country, like for example Austria, so there was the code like Aus, for example, yeah. So I put that very red color. Yeah, the code was like that, but where the region was empty value. And first I was thinking to create additional column where I put the region, like split and separate, put additional column, probably for future use. But it was, for me, it was time consuming, and I decided just delete empty rows, yeah. Okay, so we're going back to the factory. First I created the source, again from dataset, it's the table from the container. And after that I selected only two columns, entity and code, because it's in this table it's going like foreign key for other factor tables. And the same things, steps I did for like to create another sources and select these two columns in each table. So in result, I've got two columns from 4 files. Yeah, and I did as before, union all these columns from each table. Yeah, and here after union I filter this empty, like, or better to say not empty value in the table. So I have only cells, only rows with value. Because that was also a mistake when I was doing the debug, and it gives me, it's already on the end, it gives me these mistakes. So I had to put additionally this filter. Okay, next one, after filter I'm using aggregate, so group by these two columns, entity and code, and aggregate I again put just returning value, some expression, because Azure not allowed to have empty. And next one is sync. So dataset, I'm using dimensional location table from database. That is where the data going, and setting its allow upsert. That also was giving the mistakes, so I had to put here the tick allow upsert and use this key column, country region. Yeah. So mapping, and mapping, I match entity with country region and code with code. So one is from like this all transferring data, and another output columns that is in the database table. All right, so that was also some unique, I would say, operation. So next data flow is already with fact table, creating the source and using this file from container fact dataset. All right, projection, it's going like string, and we have to somehow look if we need to transform that and so on. So next one, I put filter, and this filter I put after mistake. This mistake, this mistake, or not this. I don't remember actually. Probably I didn't copy other one. Does not allow null. Null. Yeah, that is actually was mistake. This mistake. So what was happen? So first, when I built the flow, there was to the end empty values in the code and in the countries everywhere. I mean, like, and that was happen like during this transformation, during the lookup, when it was looking for the foreign key, and that was bringing put a null, yeah, in the values. So I decided to put filter after just like first row data, and if there is no null, so no empty, I leave this data, and straight away I clean the data. So next one, so from this point the data already cleaned without null. So next one, I'm changing the year, its string, to integer, and this average years of school I changed to the double, from the string to the double. First I was put float to float, but Azure was not happy and gives me constant mistakes, and so I decided to use double, and after that the Azure was very happy with that. So the information, it could be like, seems to be like floating, but for Azure there is all very sensitive. Anyway, that was the solution. Okay, the next one, so I select, there was a few tables I select already for including transformed average years and year integer. Yeah. So again, it's like cleaning. I don't need other columns. All right. So next step, it's we are looking for foreign keys. For that, I bring here the source, and this source I connected to the database table, dimension location, integer, string, and string. So, and created another source also connected to the other dimensional table in the database. It's dimensional year, and here it's integer year key. That is two-dimensional tables with like primary keys, which is foreign keys for other tables. And so how I did this look up, and here source, so I used this source, which is DimLocation, and I took from DimLocation entity, which is equal country region, that is from the database tables, and entity from this raw data. Yeah, so there should be matching and returning the key. Yeah. So the same things with other source, that is with year. So year int is equal year k. Okay, so next one is select. What I'm selecting. So from all these columns, I selecting average years of schooling, local location key, and year key. Okay, when in the sync, I choose the from dataset the name of the database table, mapping. So location key, it's location key, year key, and average years of schooling, average years value. So on the right side, output columns, that is the name of the columns in the database table. Yeah. So that is data flow. It's similar to the table primary enrollment. Exactly the same algorithm. Yeah, I will not explain so in details, just show so the same things. Source, and after that filter, get rid of from the null. After that, changing the type again to the double. This double and integer. After that, selecting the columns what I need. 4 columns. Look up. That is entity and country region from this source from a database, and I mean a dataset from database. And here it's from the dimensional hierarchy, this table. So next one is selecting the only 3 columns and sync the same. I'm connecting to the database from the dataset, the name, and mapping. On the right side, it's the name of the columns in the table, database table, and on the left side, that is transformed data, cleaned, transformed, and so on. So that is 2 files. They have the same algorithm. So, and another tool, that is numeracy-men. So here it's a similar algorithm, but more simple, because here no filter. Why no filter? There is original data in the table not contain any null. So that is why it makes everything more simple. So I just connecting, creating source and getting data from the this dataset table from container. Yeah. After that, I'm changing the type to integer and to double. Yeah, also there was question mark. I didn't know these original tables, they had very long name on the column, so I put the shorter name. So that is just mentioned. Yeah, and select 4 columns already with transformation of the type. Again, I'll look up for foreign key from the source, this dimensional location and dimensional year. Yeah, and I was going to the data preview and I was checking every time and even download the file to see what is the data looks like, because when I was running the bug there was some mistakes like with this null and so on, and I had to check each time if that is right data. Yeah, at the moment I'm not show that. I saved that on the screenshots because I had to put here debug. Yeah, so it took a while. Anyway, so going further, I select 3 columns from all this data and just sync that to the database from dataset. Yeah, I'm taking that, setting, mapping. So there is again on the right side, that is the name of the columns from the database database table, and on the left side, that is transformed data columns. Alright, and a similar algorithm flow, data flow, that is for numeracy for women. Exactly the same, nothing really. I mean, different names, but the steps, they are all the same. Okay, so when I created all these 6 data flow from one point to the other, I created the pipeline. So that is new pipeline. Yeah, but at the moment, I just show what I created already. So there was the move and transform data flow. I could do copy data first and so on, but I did a bit different. So data flow, I put that, move that to the field, and after that I connected this data flow setting, data flow. So I connected, for example, this dimensional data flow, like on success, because they should be in the database first, upload first, because they are foreign keys for other fact tables, and they already had to be uploaded to provide these foreign keys. So I choose the on success, and I put the line to the each fact table, and the same from location. So from two these data flows, each I did 4 connection, and when Azure running this pipe, it's supposed to finish with these 2 data flow, and only after that do another data flow. So there was a few mistakes which I had to go back and change something, but eventually it's all succeeded, and I went to the, at the moment I not would like publish it. There was something I was just for training showing. So I published everything, and I went to the my database as I show on the beginning, and with query editor, and I checked the information what I got. So all everything looks all right. So that is the my project. Suddenly was a bit more job than I was expecting to do, and I will prepare the screenshots and submit all. Okay, thank you, bye.